This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. It's the spooky season, but updating your home with new windows and doors doesn't have to be scary. Right now at Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania, you can get one window or door and get another window or door at 40% off, and an additional $200 off your project to boot. Call 717-727-7558 or drop by rbacentralpa.com/deals to get on this one now. Rite Aid has filed for bankruptcy. Meanwhile, SEPTA has released the findings of a study on AI's use with regards to traffic violations. Reports of a potential mountain lion have surfaced, and Pennsylvania is among the country's spookiest states. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in a PA. It was last year when Rite Aid settled for up to $30 million to resolve lawsuits that allege the company contributed to an oversupply of prescription opioids, reports the Associated Press. And as of Sunday, the Philadelphia-based company has announced it filed for bankruptcy and plans on closing underperforming stores. The bankruptcy is part of a process born of an agreement between Rite Aid and its creditors to create a restructuring plan that'll hopefully spur future growth and, quote, significantly reduce the company's debt. Rite Aid got $3.45 billion in fresh financing to carry this plan out. SEPTA has released its findings on a 70-day study on AI's potential usefulness in enforcing illegal parking violations in Philadelphia, reports Philly Voice. This podcast previously reported on the beginning of this study, which involved AI-assisted cameras identifying bus lane and stop violation on some of SEPTA's busiest but slowest bus routes. What the study found was that over half of these stops on these routes were blocked at some point, both disrupting transit operations and posing serious safety risks for those who rely on accessible boarding. On average, about 4,000 plus violations were accounted for a week. The study, at the end of it all, highlighted how the camera system would be a key part in mitigating Philadelphia's illegal parking problem. Permanent use, however, would require city council approval of an ordinance, which is still pending. Reports poured in on Sunday about a large cat roaming around Lower Macungie Township, states NJ.com. And police are saying that there's a chance this cat could be a mountain lion, which haven't had confirmed sightings in Pennsylvania for quite some time. Troopers contacted the State Game Commission following these reports, although updates on the cat and whether or not it is indeed a mountain lion remain pending. If you're looking for a scary good time, look no further than Pennsylvania, says PennLive. Travel website SmokyMountains.com decided to find the quote-unquote spookiest states in America by ranking each based on number of haunted locations, search data, etc., etc. Pennsylvania ranked as the 10th spookiest overall and even had one of the nation's top haunted houses. Cliveden, which is now a historical hotel in Philadelphia, rumored to be haunted with a cast of spirits, like that of a headless old woman eternally searching for her head. The state that topped the list was California. And that wraps up today's episode. For even more news, drop by PennLive.com. Also, please remember to rate this podcast and to leave it an honest review if you'd like. Thanks in advance. And as always, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll talk to you tomorrow for another episode of Today in a PA. This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. It's the spooky season, but updating your home with new windows and doors doesn't have to be scary. Right now at Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania, you can get one window or door and get another window or door at 40% off, and an additional $200 off your project to boot. Call 717-727-7558 or drop by rbacentralpa.com/deals to get on this one now.